So this is our warning to you.
Yes.
We have heavily researched how to prepare poke salad.
Heavily.
This is the pokeweed.
And this plant is called pokeweed, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to do that. I mean, basically because I don't want to get sick and I don't want to die.
The whole plant is toxic. The root, the stalk, the stems, the leaves, the berries, the seeds, they're all toxic.
The #1 medicinal use of pokeweed was by the Native American Indians. It was to induce vomiting. They used the toxicity of the plant to make you throw up. So think about that, folks.
It's like my second berry today.
Now, if you're talking about using a plant to make you throw up because you have food poisoning, probably from some other plant you ate back, folks, to me, it's just not worth it.
Who knows? I might croak after eating that.
I'm not going to risk it, especially just to make a video saying, oh, look at me eating the weeds.
The recipe we are about to try is very, very dangerous.
If you don't prepare it right, you could end up very sick or dead.
So please, 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 look this up for yourself. Look up poke salad recipes. Ask your grandma. Like, please just do your research before you try this.
This isn't something just to try willy-nilly for fun. We really put in some real effort to make sure that we're doing it safe and proper.
And authentic. Here we have a poke patch. This is pokeweed. Phytolacca americana is its Latin name. If you don't cook it according to a very specific process to remove the toxins from the leaves and stems of the plant, then you're going to have a very, very bad time. It's fallen out of favor with a lot of generations that came after the 1930s because with supermarkets and more readily available food, you don't really need to go through this very time and labor intensive process. So I'm only going to make a little bit, but this should be more than enough to try a little experiment. So the most common way to do poke is to boil it for at least 2 to 3 times. And some people rinse it before or after each boil. I'm going to take every precaution here. Now, the leaves are not as toxic as the root of the poke plant. You never, under any circumstances, want to eat the root because it will kill you if you're not careful. You can see here that the water's starting to get to a boil. We're going to be putting these leaves into the boiling water. And you'll notice that they start to shrink down almost immediately. And we're going to boil these for 10 minutes at a time. So you can see here that this is after the first boil. And so now I'm going to wash it with cold water, get some of those toxins out. Oh, look at that.
Don't drink that.
Don't drink that, please. And do you see how yellow that is? Man, it's really started to boil down, huh? Alright, so one last boil, 10 more minutes. But we're just going to fry them up a little bit. And then I also have this little vinegar marinade that I'm also going to put in here. I guess let's first eat the rice.
Right.
You know.
Just as a palate cleanser.
And so, it doesn't look like the most appetizing thing on earth, right?
It's kind of just like a green blob.
But let's try it. What do you think?
All right. Poke salad.
Poke
Going
salad.
in. Wow. That is honestly a lot better than what I was expecting.
That was delicious.
Like, I was expecting to just eat a single bite, but
I'm gonna finish it, actually.
definitely.
So what I taste the vinegar in it because I fried it with a little bit of vinegar, but it has this strange aftertaste that almost is like meat.
Yeah, it kind of has a bite to it.
With the rice, it's absolutely delicious.
I don't know if it would just be like super good on its own, but it's fairly impractical as like a like a everyday meal that you would eat. Quite a lot of prep work, and
yeah, it did take about an hour and a half of just boiling.
And if you don't do it right, you die.
So that's also not good. But in terms of, I've never eaten something that was labeled as poisonous before, and like I was blown away.
No, I am very pleasantly surprised. I'd give it like a 6.8 out of 10.
The prep work just makes it almost too difficult to do on a regular basis.
Exactly.
But it's good for survival strategies because, you know, if you're out in the wilderness and you have no idea, but you find this poke, which is a weed that grows everywhere in North America, you know, it's at least good to have a skill in your back pocket.
Yeah, exactly. You have what's essentially a crop in your backyard that I just thought was a weed.
Yeah, right? And this is as Kentucky a recipe as you can get. Like, poke salad got so many of our grandparents through the Great Depression.
Yep, I ate mine all up. I was not expecting to do that. I was expecting to just
I take one courtesy bite.
take a single bite and get our little reaction thumbnails, but yeah, 2 thumbs up.
Like, definitely. It was poke salad. Again, do not do it if you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, we're being very clear about that. Please do not do this if you have no idea. You have to boil it. You have to wash it.
We're professionals.
Right. I'm really interested in trying more Kentucky recipes because this was something that I heard a lot about, but now that I've tried it, I kind of want to see what else is out there.
Maybe pine needle tea next time.
Pine needle tea.